some yoga? You ready to do yoga today? Yes. Excuse you. Good morning. Ready to do some yoga? Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So, as you guys are starting to get plugged in, this morning, try to find a space that you can do. Good morning, Miss Debbie. Try to find a space that you can be up against either a wall, a couch, a bed. Sorry, I don't know why my phone was interrupting. Let's turn this on silent real quick. All right, so find a wall, a bed, a couch, something. So today we're actually going to start with our legs up the wall. We're going to do a little bit there. Then we're going to do a bunch of deep hip openers in a seated position. So lots of good stuff. Good morning, Judah. How are you? It's this one's birthday today. It's Mia's 7th birthday. So we told her she's an old lady now. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. It's 9 o'clock, so let's get started. Good morning, Lon. Let's go ahead and get to the wall. Go ahead and swing your legs up, so scoot your bottom all the way to the corner if you're able. If you need a blanket, go ahead and put a blanket. Good morning, Michelle. Put a blanket behind your head if you need, or whatever makes you comfortable. So let's go ahead and get to the wall. I'm gonna go to the wall. Let's go ahead and take our legs up the wall. So just kind of scoot your hiney against the wall. Swing your legs up. And let's leave the legs up straight. Take your arms down by your side. And just begin to deepen your breath. Give yourself a moment to kind of come into your space. Sit. Sit. And just begin to deepen your breath. Close your eyes gently. Begin to feel the rise of the chest, the falling of the chest. Feel the rise of the belly, the fall of the belly. Nice, big, deep breaths in. Feel your forehead relax. And feel your eyes relax. Notice if you're clenching your jaw together, separate the teeth slightly. And just let the jaw relax. As you begin to deepen your breath, I want you to see if you can inhale for a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. See if you can hold the breath for a second. And then slowly exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice deep inhales just like that. Inhaling for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold the breath, exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, we're gonna keep going right there. Inhaling for 5, holding for 1, exhaling for 6. Just stay there, nice deep breaths. Inhaling and exhaling. Notice how your mind begins to clear. Feel your body relaxing, becoming heavier. Let's take 3 more breaths here, just like that. Inhaling, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Exhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Exhale. 6. Try to press all of the air out of the lungs. Feel the belly deflate. Feel the warmth of the breath on the upper lip as you exhale completely. One more breath right here. Inhaling. Nice, slow. Feel the body. Hold it. Exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. From here, I want you to begin to bring awareness to your body. Let's begin to point and flex our feet. Nice big point. It's almost like you're going to take your toes and dip them into the water and then flex like you're going to pull your toes back towards your face. Just point, hold, and flex. Hold. Good. Go for 2 more, each one. Point and flex. Point and flex. And then begin to windshield wiper them side to side. Good. And from here, I want you to go ahead and let the legs open up down the wall. So a nice big straddle. If you don't have room where you are, you can keep one leg up and just take one leg over. We just want to let the inner thigh begin to stretch out. So just let the legs open up to the side. We're going to hold for 4 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Maybe you find they drop just a little bit deeper. Inhale. Exhale. Very nice. Take the hands to the outside of the legs. Let's begin to bring them back to center and then walk the feet down. So bringing the knees in towards the chest. And while you're here, I want you to press your bottom into the mat, into the floor, whatever you're on. Think about elongating the back. So pressing the bottom down in towards the mat and still actively pressing into the wall with the feet. Just begin to deepen the breath. This is pretty active. When you have your bottom up off the mat, it's not very active. It's just kind of bringing the knees into the chest. But when you press into the wall and then press your bottom down, it becomes a very active position. So just pressing. When you need to take a break, just relax. Press. Breathing. Make sure when you're pressing, it's really easy to hold your breath. Don't hold your breath here. Just press. Very nice. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Go ahead and roll over onto your right side. Just pause here for a second. Breathing in, breathing out. And when you're ready, let's begin to press ourselves up. So make your way onto your mat if you are off of your mat. Let me see if anybody needed anything. Oh, good. Hi, good morning. Happy anniversary, Davida. All right. So from here, just coming onto your mat, I want you to find a comfortable seat. However you're comfortable, pull the fleshy part of your seat out. Now, if this is a little bit too much, take a blanket and just have a seat on it. Get your bottom propped up a little bit. Whatever feels best to you. So what I want you to do is I want you just to kind of rest your hands on your lap, up or down. It doesn't really matter. Just relax the shoulders down. And I want you to begin to think about the spine, right? So it's almost like it kind of intertwines together, right? That's multiple little pieces. We want to kind of stretch it up nice and tall. So really get a moment and align the spine. So we're going to sit up nice and straight. That belly button comes in and up. Try to prevent yourself from bowing out your chest. So pull that rib cage in like you're hugging yourself, right? So it pulls inward, and then open the heart. Feel as though somebody's pulling you from a hot air balloon up from the top of your head. So that chin pulls back. Close your eyes. And just imagine like you're putting together a jigsaw puzzle. Imagine your spine, inch by inch, vertebrae by vertebrae, beginning to align itself, beginning to straighten. Maybe you start to feel the muscles start to pull. It's okay if you need to take a break and maybe just kind of roll it out. Sometimes that will help. And then we get back into that position of really trying to align the spine. A lot of times those muscles get so used to the spine being out of alignment that that's where they are, and so it instantly pulls it back out. That's why we say like chiropractic care and massage therapy go hand in hand, because you let the muscles relax and kind of hit that reset button so the spine can realign. Now from here, let's start to roll those shoulders back, still mindful of what the spine is doing. We want to keep that spine nice and tall, rolling those shoulders back, maybe one at a time. Very nice. Let's begin to take them forward together. Nice big rolls. It's like those shoulders are going to graze the ears. Good. And then maybe one at a time. Let's take the shoulders up. Squeeze them up by the ears. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Maybe your body shakes. You're at home. It doesn't matter how much you shake. And release. Good. Every time we do that, you should feel all of this stress, all of this tension just melt away from your shoulders. Again, let's take them up. Squeeze them super tight. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. 1, 2, 3, and release. Good. Let's go ahead and take that right arm up overhead, reaching up. Take those left fingertips over to the mat beside you, and let's begin to trickle over to the side. Now you can look out, look up. Just don't tuck your chin to your chest. I want you to feel that stretch from your fingertips all the way through your armpit, deep all the way into your hip. When you're here, keep your sitting bones on the ground. Stay rooted. I want you to feel the lengthening, so don't just hang out over here. Really lengthen and breathe. Remember, we're creating more space here, so you should be able to breathe in deeper on this right side. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it up. Right fingertips to the floor. Left hand comes up. Reach up. Take it over to the side. Very nice. Again, remember, fingertips through the side of the armpit, deep down past the rib cage, into the hip. Keep your sits bones on the ground, reaching here. Hold it. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it up. Good. Now from here, what we're going to do is we're going to start some rolls in the torso. So think about that we're going to stick our chest out, right? Just warming up those muscles around the spine. We're going to take it to the left. We're going to take it back. When we go back, we're in this C position. Yes, so we're rounding here, opening up in between those shoulder blades. So let's start by going 5 towards the right, and then we'll go 5 towards the left. That's 1. Good. Just listening to your body. If something feels good, hang out here for a second. You don't have to rush through it. You're at home. You can go at your own pace. Good. Go for 2 more here. Good. 1 more. And again, just pausing when it feels good. Take it to the other side if you're done with those 5. Very nice. Keep moving with your breath. Again, pausing when it feels good. I find that doing this before going into like cat-cow and stuff really allows me to go just a little bit deeper and actually feel the opening a little bit more, especially in that cat position. Let's go for one more. Very nice. So the next thing we're going to work through, shake it out if you need, move around, is going to be just a seated twist. So what I want you to begin with is take your left leg under, your right leg over. Now, let's say that this is not an accessible position for you. We have lots of modifications. So you can actually keep that left leg out and bring that right leg in. You could actually just cross the legs over here if this is a little bit of an easier position. So lots of different things. And if crossing your leg is not feasible, then just sit comfortable and we're still going to twist to the right. So find what comfortable position you'd like to be in. Make sure your sits bones, though, are on the ground. So if you get into this position and you find that you start leaning over to the side, really try to fix that. Try to get both butt cheeks onto the mat. So to begin, we're going to take it inch by inch, thinking about that spine, right? Each piece is connected. So we're going to take that right hand, we're going to send it back. And as you send it back, we're going to turn from the chest, the rib cage, the belly. So that right hand comes to rest behind your bottom, right behind your tailbone. Now left arm is going to come up and it's going to twist over. So it's one fluid motion, right? So it's going at the same time. So right hand behind, left arm comes up, twist it over. Now, your hand can come to the foot. You can squeeze that knee in super tight. But whatever you do, don't get into a position where you're forcing yourself here. We want to get into a position that we can relax. So when you're ready, get into that right twist and just breathe. Take notice of your jaw. Make sure that you're not clenching your teeth together. Your forehead is relaxed. Your cheeks are relaxed. Good. And we're just sitting up here, nice twisted position. Now, if you're in this position that I'm in, you should start to feel the outside of that right hip stretching out. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to slowly unwind. Nice little counter stretch to the side if that feels good. And then release the legs, bounce them out, shake them out, windshield wiper if that feels good. Now let's go ahead and go into the other side. So try to go into the same position that you were in before. So if you had your leg out, keep the other leg out. If you had it under, go ahead and tuck it under. So right under, left over, sitting up nice and straight. Again, trying to make sure that your bottom is fully intact with the mat or the floor or wherever you're sitting. Let's go ahead and take that left hand behind, right arm comes up, and let's twist it over. Maybe grabbing a hold of that foot, maybe coming in and squeezing it in. If you're super open, you can actually go into a bind. I will not go there today. Good, just nice deep breaths here. Sitting up nice and tall. Remember, it's that jigsaw puzzle. We're just going up the spine, the chest, the ribs, the belly. We twist piece by piece, only going as deep as we need for our bodies. Good. Hang out here for 5, feeling the outside of that hip stretching out. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Unwinding belly, rib cage, chest, counter stretch if that feels good. Bounce off the legs. Shake them out. Good. Now from here, what we're going to do is let me move all this stuff so I can make sure I'm in the camera with you. All right, so we're going to go into a straddle position, okay? So when you're in a straddle position, I want you to think about toes up towards the sky. So don't let your toes kind of come inward, because when we do this, we're kind of closing off the deep stretch that we want to get in our hips. So I want you to sit up nice and tall. Take the fleshy part of your seat out. If you need to sit on a blanket here, sit on a blanket here. That's perfectly fine. And your legs don't have to be all the way out. If this is an intense position for you, you can bring them in. We really don't have to be that deep here for what we're going. We're going to deepen the stretch, but you don't have to be super wide. So find that position that is comfortable for you. And then I want you to think about your pinky toe as going back, right? So it's almost like your pinky toe is trying to touch your mat. Not really, that'd be impressive, but try your best. So sitting up nice and tall here. If you need a block, a pillow, we're actually going to work into a forward fold here, but go where you feel comfortable. So I'm going to take a block just because I'm not really there this morning for sure. And sitting up nice and straight, we're just going to start here, flexing those toes back towards your face. And I just want you to think about keeping that spine nice and long. We always talk about that book and the hinging from the hips. So remember, your hips here are the binding of the book. So it's like we're going to turn the page. So just begin keeping your spine nice and tall to lean forward 5 degrees. That's it. That's all I want you to do. And you should start to feel some activation here. If you don't, open your legs up a little bit more, flex the feet a little bit more. Think about pulling the toes back a little bit more. And that 5 degrees all of a sudden becomes, it feels like you're at 50 degrees. It's very deep. So nice and active here, holding. I want you to close your eyes and deepen your breath. Nice long spine. Breathing, soften the forehead, soften the jaw. Good. If you need to add some movement, sometimes I need to rock into my hips here. It feels good. Breathe. Breathe, 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 and relax. Notice that your body begins to relax just a little bit more. Maybe a centimeter, maybe only a millimeter. That's okay. It's still releasing and letting go. Now, imagine while you're here, if you could flex your thigh. Imagine flexing your thigh and notice how the stretch deepens just a little bit more. Now, we're going to see if we can move just a little bit deeper. From here, see if you can go from this 5 degrees to 10 degrees. It's not much, I promise you. Hold on to something, put something in front of you. Again, we're going less is best, right? So we don't want to get all the way down here on the ground and not have a flat spine, not have the legs turned out, not have the thighs engaged. So really think about that here. Less is best. It's not about getting our chest to the ground. It's about really getting this opening here. Good. Relax the forehead. Relaxing the jaw. Breathe with me here. Think about opening your heart, right? So don't let the shoulders cave in. Open the heart. It's almost like somebody's got their hands behind you and they're holding you here, right? And if you had to go down, could you go all the way down with your hands behind your back and your heart open? I don't know. Maybe some of you can for sure, not me. Hold it here. Now maybe you can go from 10 degrees to 15 degrees. It's probably all I got today. Wherever you can go comfortably with those feet flexed, with the thighs activated, begin to go there now. This is all I've got. So if you're able to go deeper, please feel free to go deeper. We're going to hold at your deepest position with a flat back for 5 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. 2. 3. 4. Mindful of what your legs are doing. Make sure those toes are going back. And 5. Good. Slowly come up. from wherever you were. Balance out your legs, shake them out. But let's keep them in that straddle position, okay? So I hope that that was as deep for you as it was for me. I definitely felt it. So from here, what I want you to do is keeping your straddle position. Hopefully you guys can see this, okay? I'm at an angle. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna rock over towards our right hip. So we're gonna keep the left leg straight. It's almost like we're going into a pigeon, but we're not quite. Even maybe going into like deer pose, but not quite. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna rock over towards the right side, almost like we're going into pigeon. And you're gonna really feel this hip on the right side start to open up. Then you're gonna bring it back to center. Then I want you to rock to the left. Maybe you're super tight after that. I know I am. And bring it back to center. Good. Just try moving through a couple of these. Rocking over to that right hip. Again, we're not going full on out pigeon here. We're just doing a little bit of hip opening. Exterior, feeling the outside of the hip. Good morning. Yes, you start to feel that open up. Good. Bring it back to center. Over to the left. Just work through a couple of these at your own pace. Keep moving, rocking to the right and then to the left. Oh, good. Welcome back, Heather. Okay. So in that straddle, just rocking to the right, almost like we're going into pigeon, but we're not. Bring it back to center. Back over. Ooh, and center. Good. Good morning, hips. One more each side. Good. Back to center. Good. Bring those legs in, shake them out, move them around. Flatten out my mat here for a second. Now, from here, what we're going to do is we're going to take that right in front, left and back, and I want you to flex the feet. So it's like your feet, most of you have done this with me, it's like your feet are making a straight line. So they're flexed, they're nice and active. Take the fleshy part of your seat, move it out. Take the hands to the mat in front of you and begin to walk yourself forward. Again, remember, we're hinging from the hips, folding the book. We're closing the book. Nice flat back here. Now, you should feel this in your right hip. If you need to, if it's really intense, you can take a block and just kind of slide it under that right leg, okay? Keep the left open. We're feeling that right hip stretching out. Good. Let's hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Coming up. Remember, keeping that flat back here. Let's switch those legs. Left in front, right in back. The feet are flexed. So my back toes are hugging my heel. So my big toe and my second toe have my heel in between them. Nice flexed feet. If you need that block for the other side, go ahead and take it. Place it under. Hands to the mat in front of you. Nice flat back, open the heart. It's like our heart is going to touch our feet. Begin to walk yourself forward. Keep the heart nice and open. Relax the forehead. Relax the jaw. Hang out here, breathing, nice flat back, heart to the feet. If you are one that's all the way down, try to really think about lengthening that spine there. Hold it. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it up, bounce out your legs, shake them out if you need. Windshield wiper, get those hips to loosen up. Now from here, what we're going to do is we're going to go into a butterfly position. So soles of your feet together, knees out to the side. Now, if this is an intense position, take your blankets, take your blocks, whatever you have handy, and kind of place them under, okay? So the soles of the feet are touching. And as we begin to go into this butterfly position, take the fleshy part of your seat out. Really try to get your sits bones onto the ground. Sitting up nice and tall here. As we begin to forward fold, I want everybody to go ahead and grab a hold of their shins. We don't want to grab a hold of our toes and pull them back, because as we do this, we put our ankles out of alignment. So I would like for you to grab your shins if you can. And then, almost like we were doing a chaturanga, that tricep push-up, I want you to think about that here. So as we hold onto our shins, our elbows come in towards our rib cage and we hinge from the hip. So just like we're lowering into that tricep push-up, open the heart towards the feet, hold onto the shins, and begin to bring yourself down. Good. Breathe here. Feel your heart opening up towards your feet, elbows in, relaxing that jaw. You should feel the stretch right here in that hip flexor. Active stretch for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it up, bounce them out, shake them out, whatever feels good to you. Now, from here, we're going to begin to rock the baby, and we're going to set ourselves up into fire log pose. Not one of my favorites, but definitely something that we should do. So the first step is I want you to take your left foot, place it on the mat. You're going to flex the foot, and that shin needs to try to be parallel with the front of your mat. So if I was to line myself up at the front of my mat, I have a nice parallel line between my shin and the front of my mat. Okay, I'm just going to turn back forward so you can see if you need. So think about creating that nice parallel line. And so we're going to start by rocking the baby. So we're going to take that left leg. You can hold onto the foot and the outside of the thigh if you need, and kind of give it a nice big rock here. If you're a little bit more flexible, you can take the foot to the crease of the elbow, arm around the outside, interlace the fingers together and rock here. Just try to sit up nice and straight. Don't get back here and hunch. So if you need to back out to create that nice tall spine, to sit up nice and straight, hold on to the foot, hold on to the outside of the leg. Either one is perfectly acceptable. Good, so just begin to rock into that hip. Some of you like to do the whole rock and roll thing. I usually fall on my back. Go where you feel comfortable. Just rocking here, moving. Good. Nice fluid movement here, rocking that baby. Now, when you feel like you're ready, you may not be ready. This may be plenty for you. When you feel like you're ready, what I want you to do is I want you to take this right foot and place it on that left thigh, okay? The foot is nice and active. So this is fire logs, so right? So think about stacking fire logs up, right? Sitting up nice and tall here. Now, this is about all I've got. There's a big divide here. So if you're at home, take some blocks, the blanket, the pillow, whatever you need, you can place it right here. If this is even tight there, you can take your blanket and place it under here. Whatever kind of props you need to get yourself comfortable in this position. It is a very, very deep stretch. So find where you can get comfortable, okay? And then as we breathe here and let go, you can remove some more props if you need, okay? So find what's comfortable for you. And then I want everybody to take your hands, place them behind your back, and just lengthen the spine. So let me turn sideways so you can see if you need. So by sitting up nice and tall, we take those hands. A lot of times we get in this position, then we just kind of hang out. So my back is arched, my body is slumped. Take those hands, push that spine tall. This is going to force that right bottom onto the mat. And sometimes this is plenty. Sometimes this becomes deep enough. If you want, you can begin to forward fold here, but keep that flat spine. Don't hunch, okay? So stay there with me. If you're that person that loves this pose, you can go ahead and begin to take yourself all the way down, or you can stay up here with me and just press the spine tall. Breathing. Good, going here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, if you're in that forward fold, begin to make your way up. Very carefully come out of this position, so don't forcefully bring yourself out of the position. Nice and easy here. Maybe you need the help of your hands. I know I do. I get a little stuck here, and that's okay. Rock a little bit, move, whatever feels good to you. And then when you're ready, I want you to go ahead and start to line up that right leg. Remember, that foot is flexed. The shin is parallel with the front of your mat. So nice active leg here. You need to take the fleshy part of your seat, move it out. Go ahead and do that now. And then let's begin to rock that baby. Again, finding what's comfortable for you. Maybe holding the outside of the leg and the foot and rocking here. Or for those that are a little bit more flexible, that you can sit up straight. Don't get here and lean back. If you can sit up nice and straight, reaching from the outside in and just giving it a nice little rock. Maybe roll your baby if that feels good. Just rocking the baby. Good. Just keep moving here. Rocking. Getting that hip ready for that fire log pose. Now, remember, every side is different, so maybe this next side becomes a little bit challenging for you. It's okay. Use your props. Find what works for you. When you're ready, begin to take that left foot, place it on top of your right thigh. Sitting up nice and straight. Find what works for you. Before we start that hinging of the hips, go ahead and find a position that's going to work for you. Like this is much, much, much tighter on this side for me. So I'm going to use my block. Put it down another one maybe. Good. So find that position. I'm actually going to need a blanket on this side too. There we go. So my fire log looks more like some gas logs at the moment. Sitting up nice and straight. Take those hands, place them behind your back. Open the heart. Let's get into that hinging of the hip. Good. This may be all you have. It's all I've got. If you've got a little bit more, start to forward fold. Folding into that fire log pose, coming forward. But keep your back flat. Notice that the stretch is completely different than if we get back here and we relax. Less is best, okay? Find that position that's comfortable for you where you can really feel yourself let go. Make sure your feet are nice and flexed. Nice active legs here. Getting to that deepest position that you can get to. And let's hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. If you're in that forward fold, begin to press yourself up. Very, very carefully unwind those legs. Remove your props to the side. Oh, and then bounce them out. Shake them out. Good. Now, from here, what we're going to do is we're going to roll over onto our hands and knees. We are actually going to go into puppy pose and Sphinx. So if you're not happy in puppy pose, I would encourage you, if you don't know what puppy pose is, let me show you real quick. So it's like we're going to go into child's pose from a tabletop position, but instead of sinking all the way down, we're actually going to go from tabletop to walking our hands out and allowing our chest to sink down onto the mat and our hips are high. So if you are not happy there, what I would like for you to do is I would like for you to stand up and go to your wall. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go down dog on the wall, but we're going to press into the wall and let our chest relax here. So you're still getting the same benefit as puppy pose, but you're in a standing position so that your knees don't bother you. So if you're happy there, all you're going to do is, you can even hold on to, like this is a desk. You can hold on to something and allow your chest to drop here and still open up the shoulders. So you can hold on to the wall, you can hold on to a mantle, a bed, it doesn't really matter, a desk, and then just let yourself hang out here. But if you're good, on your knees, from that tabletop position, all we're going to do, keep the hips high, walk the hands out, and allow the forehead to come down towards the mat. I'm going to keep my head up so you can hear me. And just take a couple of breaths here. Those hips are high. Top of the feet into the mat. And just opening up the chest, or at your wall, at your desk, whatever it is that you need to hold on to. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. From here, if you're on your hands and knees, we're going to shift forward, bend the elbows, and come into Sphinx pose. So if you're at the wall or whatever you were doing to stand up to hold on to, go ahead and make your way down onto your mat, onto your belly. And we're going to take the arms out. It's like they're making an L, right? So the arms have this nice L. My elbow is underneath my shoulder. My hands are spread wide, and they're actively pressing into the mat. So a lot of times when we get into Sphinx pose, people say that their back hurts. So what I want you to do is I want you to think about pulling your belly button in and up. This is going to engage the core muscles to protect the lower back. The top of the feet are into the mat, and you're rounding through the shoulders. You're opening up that heart, pressing into the hands, Sphinx pose. Now, let's say that you want to go a little bit more relaxed. You can grab one of those props, place them here, and you can actually relax your forehead on a block, on a pillow, if that's comfortable for you. But still thinking about pulling that belly button in and up, engage the core, but relaxing the glutes, so allow the bottom to relax here. Good. Let's hang out here, still pressing strong into the arms. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's relax ourselves all the way down. Use the arms as a pillow. Bend your knees. Windshield wiper your legs side to side. Good. Now, what we're going to do next is we are going to make our way into a tree pose, or a half frog, or a full frog on your belly, okay? So when we go into tree pose, or that half frog position, I'm going to show you on this one side so you can see. We're going to take the knee in line with the hip. So we don't want it up here, and we don't want it all the way down. So try to bring your knee in line with your hip. Now, based off of where you are, maybe you need to put a blanket underneath that knee for support. I'm on carpet, so it's not really bothering me. But if you're on a hard surface, you might want to put a blanket underneath there. Now, from here, I'm up on my elbows, but you can actually take yourself down if you would like. And you're just going to hang out here. We're going to start with that right leg, but pressing that hip, actively pressing that hip in towards the mat here, that half frog position. If this is a little bit too deep, I want you to bring the sole of the foot in, and we're just kind of hanging out in what would be a tree pose on our feet, a balancing pose. So hang out here, and let's just take 5 breaths, and then we'll switch sides. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. When you're ready, you can straighten that leg out. Windshield wiper, point flex, whatever works. And then when you're ready, I want you to go into that other side. So take that left leg out. Again, think about getting that knee in line with the hip if you're going into that half frog position, okay? I'm going to try to see if you get, no, you can't really see on this side. But flex that foot. Good. And if you need, bring it into that tree position. So sole of the foot in towards the thigh. Actively pressing the hip down. Think about trying to open the hips when we stand in tree pose. I'm going to stand up for a second while you're in that pose and getting comfortable. When we're in tree pose, yes, what we want to do, instead of keeping the hips closed, we actually want to open them up here. Really feel yourself like this on the floor. So actively pressing the hips in towards the floor and really engaging through that leg, that long leg. Good, let's hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring it out. Point flex, windshield wiper the legs. Now, from here, we're going to go full frog pose. Now, if you're not happy in full frog, it can actually be quite intense. If you're on a hard surface, you're definitely going to want to turn on your mat to where your knees, both of your knees are on your mat. Now, because it's such an intense pose, you may want your blankets, your pillows, your couch cushions, whatever you've got going on. So we can actually start this. We're going to start very simple. So I want you to begin by trying to bring the soles of your feet together, like a tree pose, okay? So from here, if you were holding tree pose and the soles of the feet are together, this becomes very intense. So I'm going to grab my pillow and my blanket, and then I'm just going to lay my chest down on it, and I'm going to hold here. Now, the soles of my feet, I'm going to turn a little bit so you can see, the soles of my feet are together, so I'm not even in a frog position. I just have my feet together. Now, if you're okay here and you want to do a little bit more, begin to take those legs out into that frog position, but try to get your knees in line with your hips. Now, let's say that this is absolutely not happening. Your body says, what are you doing to me? Get me out of this pose. It hurts. I want you just to lay on your back and go into a reclined butterfly position. We're still opening. We're just in a much more relaxed position. So just lay on your back if that's not accessible to you. Soles of the feet together and just let the hips open up. So either one is perfectly acceptable. On your belly or on your back. Don't feel like you have to go into a position that you're not comfortable in. Good. Hold it there with me for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very, very carefully begin to bring yourselves out of that position, okay? That's a pretty deep position. If you're on your back and you were in that reclined butterfly position, just stay on your back. We're actually going to make our way down. If you are in that frog or tree, double tree on your belly, carefully make your way onto your back. Move some stuff around. All right. So once you get down onto your back, what I want you to do is I want you just to bring your right knee in towards your chest and send your left leg out. Good. Nice big squeeze here. I want you to think about really compressing here. Compress, compress, compress. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Now see if you can bring your left leg up. Activate. Flex both feet. Good. Squeezing here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Good. Let those knees drop to the sides if you need, just to relax. Hit the reset button. Then when you're ready, I want you to bring your left knee in towards the chest. Give it a nice big squeeze. Flex that foot nice and active here. Go ahead and extend that right leg out. Keep it on the ground for now. We're just compressing right here in that left hip. Compress, compress, compress. Now, maybe go ahead and bring that right leg up. Flex both feet. Really super active here. Squeeze. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and release. Drop the feet to the floor. Maybe drop the knees to the side, each side. Good. Just moving here. 5 minutes, Parker. Good. Just dropping and moving. And now from here, we're going to begin to make our way into a figure 4. So I want you to take that right ankle, cross it over that left thigh. And then from here, let's just start simple. You can press into that right thigh, send that knee away, hold it here. If you want a little bit more, begin to bring that left leg in towards the chest. Flex the feet, nice and active here. Maybe reach behind the thigh. You can rock a little bit here if that feels good. Good, just releasing and relaxing. Let's hold it for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release it down. Go ahead, bend those knees, windshield wiper if that feels good. And then let's go ahead and take that left ankle over that right thigh. You can take that hand, press away if that feels good. If you're ready, go ahead and bring that right leg in towards your chest. You can interlace the hands behind. If you have a strap, you can grab the strap and pull it in, whatever feels good to you. Maybe rocking nice and active here. Try to remember to flex those feet. Hanging out here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Good. Windshield wiper. Now from here, we're going to go ahead and work ourselves into bridge pose. If you have a block or a pillow or something to kind of prop yourself up on, I highly encourage you this morning to go as relaxed as you possibly can. If you want to work, go for it. No worries. Go. Very proud of you, but I'm going to go relaxed. So I'm going to go with my block. From here, what I want you to do is go ahead and take the feet, place them down on the mat. Maybe you can graze the heels with the fingertips. And then all we're going to begin to do is press into that back, slowly start to lift the hips up, and then you can place something underneath you, or you can just hang out in bridge pose. The choice is yours. Tucking those shoulders under, that heart is open. Just begin to breathe here. Now, if you're without your block, try not squeezing your glutes together. So allow the glutes to relax. Good. Deep breaths. We're going to hang out for about another minute here. Find a place that's comfortable for you. Taking the time to connect breath. Almost there. Feel free to change it up here if you want. If you're on that prop, you could take your legs out, really opening up through the hips. Or maybe you want to take your legs up straight towards the sky. If you're not with the support and maybe you want to go into shoulder stand, you can go ahead and kick yourself up into shoulder stand. You can make your way into plow if you'd like. Maybe even into snail, if that feels good. Wherever you are, just hanging out there for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's slowly make our way down onto our mat. Bring both knees in towards your chest. Give them a nice big squeeze here. Maybe rocking. And when you're ready, keep those knees in towards your chest. Take your arms out into a T. We're going to work our way into our twist. So taking the legs to the right, turning the gaze towards the left. Again, going into the stretch where you need, maybe crossing the legs, maybe keeping the knees together. Whatever feels best to you. Good. Deep breath in. Exhale. Let's bring those legs back to center, adding movement if you need. And then when you're ready, let's take them to the left, turn the gaze to the right. Just finding that spinal twist that works for you, trying to keep both shoulders down onto the mat. Breathing. Almost there. Just allowing the body to relax, allowing the spine to relax. Deep breath in. Exhale. Work on bringing those legs back to center, knees into the chest. Nice big squeeze. Maybe bring your forehead up towards your knees. Hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. When you're ready, release the body down towards the mat. Feet down towards the end of the mat, towards the corners of your mat. Arms down by your side, palms up or palms down. Maybe cover yourself up with a blanket. Tuck your chin slightly towards your chest just to elongate the back of the neck. We're going to make our way down into relaxation. Finding that spot that's comfortable for you. Allowing your body to find a position that you don't feel the need to move, the urge to move. You can even take, something that's weighted and soft and place it across the lower belly. It doesn't take much. It can just be an extra blanket. So just take a moment and find that position that's comfortable for you. Begin to breathe. Just feeling the breath coming in and out body. The inhale and the exhale. And the breath is no longer controlled, it's just natural. The natural in and out. In and out. You can begin to feel your body becoming situated onto your mat. The weight of your body on your mat. Your body becomes heavy, still, and relaxed. As you feel the breath coming in and out of the body, you begin to feel relaxation traveling down your head. You can feel the warmth across your scalp, across your forehead, your eyelids, cheeks. And you can feel relaxation spreading down your nose, all the way to the tip of your nose. Relaxation traveling down your cheeks, your chin, your lips. Feel your body becoming warm. Your body becoming heavy. And feel relaxation traveling down your neck, in the front of your neck, in the sides of your neck, the back of your neck. And you can begin to feel relaxation across your shoulders. And that warm embrace, that warm hug, squeezing you tight. And feel relaxation traveling into your arms. And feel your arms becoming heavy and still. And past your elbows, your wrist, into the palms of your hands. And your body becoming heavy. And your body becoming still. And the breath just naturally coming in and out of the body. The rise and the fall of the chest. The rise and the fall of the belly. And feel your body going deeper into relaxation. And your torso becomes heavy and still and warm and relaxed. And feel relaxation traveling across your hips, your buttocks, your thighs. Feel relaxation traveling down your legs past your knees, your shins, your calves. Feel relaxation traveling into your feet. Feel the warmth from the soles of your feet radiating up. Your body heavy and still on your mat. And I want you to begin to go deeper, deeper inside, really tuning in to your heartbeat. Feel your heartbeat. Your body is still heavy and still on your mat. But you can feel the heartbeat. 1, 2, 3. Find your heartbeat. And then begin to imagine the heartbeat radiating out through your body. These waves traveling through your body, the ripple effect. It's almost as if you're standing at a crystal clear lake and one stone drops into the lake. You see the waves travel out into the lake, much like your heartbeat traveling in these waves inside of your body. Relaxation. Feel your heartbeat radiating out like the waves in that crystal clear lake. As the heart beats, the body relaxes deeper and deeper. As the heart beats, the waves of relaxation travel through your body, deeper and deeper as those waves travel through your body. Any areas of tension and stress, they seem to just travel outward with those waves, moving deeper into the body, pressing away the pain, pressing away the stress. Heartbeat, wave of relaxation. Body relaxing deeper and deeper. Continue to watch the heartbeat. Continue to watch the waves. And with each wave's passing, your body releases. Your body relaxes deeper and deeper. Just like that stone dropping into the perfectly still lake. And waves of relaxation traveling to your body. Watching the waves of the heartbeat. You can see them everywhere in your body now. You can see them through your legs, through your arms, through your head. Relaxation. Healing waves from within. Allow the waves to settle back to that crystal clear lake. Its glass-like mirrored effect. It's now perfectly still, and the body is healed. It's rid itself of stress and tension and pain. There's no timing when your lake has become still, reflective. It means your body has done what it needed to do. You can see that perfectly still lake. Your meditation is done. You can return here anytime, just relaxing the body and tuning into that heartbeat and allowing the beats of the heart to travel through your body like those waves of relaxation. It's like that sonar, just waves. When you're ready, you can open and close the hands. Body now able to move. You can roll the wrist, stretch the feet. You can reach your arms up overhead and give yourself a nice big full body stretch. And then when you're ready, you can just roll to either side. Use your arm as a pillow. Just take a moment to pause, to reflect into that perfectly still lake. When you're ready, begin to press yourself up. Go ahead and bring your hands into your heart center, fingertip to fingertip and palm to palm. Every day, in every way, you are getting better and better and stronger and stronger. Namaste. Thank you guys. See you soon.